Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a water bottle carrier. We need 2 pieces of a 10 inches by 6.5 inches fabric here, and you see I wrote fabric lining interfacing. So you need 2 pieces of your fabric in this dimension, and you need 2 pieces of your lining in the same dimension, and 2 pieces of whatever interfacing you want to use. And then you need a 16 inches by 1.5 inches fabric too, and I cut 2 pieces, so you need 2 pieces of that. And you need 1 piece of 34 inches by 2 inches. I just folded it, that's why it's short. So you need 1 piece of that. You need 2 pieces of another 6.5 by 6.5, 2 pieces, and another 2 pieces of 3.5 by 2.5. Yeah, so, and then of course you need these guys, 2 rings. So this, let me just go over it again. This, you need this, you need this, and this, and this interfacing lining. Yeah, so that's all you need basically. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is ironing my interfacing on these 2 guys. So these are the only 2 pieces that will have the interfacing, so I'm going to be ironing it and I'll come back. I've done that, and you can see that they're one now, interfacing at the fabric one. I glue them together. Okay, I'll put that aside, and the next thing I'm going to do is take these 2 pieces and I'm going to sew them such that they end up like this. This is what we're going for. So I'm going to sew 2 of them to end up like that. Okay, here we go with both of them, and they're just going to be inside the rings like this. So I'll just pin. This is one, and this is the other one. Okay, this guy I'm going to go ahead and sew it the same way I sewed those 2 little ones. So this is the 34 inches by 2 inches. Then I'll do the last long one. These guys is 16 inches by 1.5. Before we move over to the big pieces, I'll close both of them too. Here they are. So at this point you should have 2 really tiny long ones, 1 very long one, and 2 of these. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is take these guys now. I'm going to go and sew 1/2 inch on both sides of this, 1/2 inch on both sides of this piece, and do the same thing for this, 1/2 inch on both sides. Then after sewing 1/2 inch on both sides, I'm going to close it up like this and run a stitch here, 1 piece and another piece. So we're done with this. Then I'm going to turn this over, take one of my rings place this here. Let's say we go in by 1¼ so this is 1¼ I'll just put this guy here and pin it. Yep. Then I'll take this, one of this, and put it here such that the same allowance that is here is what is here. So you want to just evenly distribute this guy here. And then I'll take one piece of my lining, kind of like sandwiching this one and the ring into the fabric and the lining. Yeah, so I'm just going to sew this way, and of course do this for the other piece. This is what you should have. Then the next thing I'm going to do is go back to that corner, go back to the wrong side. I brought it out so I could show you what it should look like. Okay, so I'm going back here and I'm going to open it like this. I'm going to open it like this and I'm going to sew. I'm going to sew across. So I'll measure 1½ sew across, measure 1½ here, sew across, and do the same thing for the lining. There you go. So this is what it should look like. And the lining too. Then I'll flip it over. I'm going to run a stitch here to close this. I'll just stitch it like this and take it back inside. We're almost done. You can see it taking shape already. So the next thing is to put the tiny ones that we did. We're going to put them into this place. They're going to come into this place. But first of all, I'm going to run 2 stitches so that I can enclose each of them. So one stitch will start from 1/4. I'll stitch 1/4, then go down by 3/4 and stitch another one. So this is the first stitch. Second stitch. Same thing for the other side. I'll use my safety pin to pass it through. So you can squeeze as much as you want when you put the bottle in it. I'll show you how I'll do that. Lastly, I'm going to sew this one row here and the other one here, like this. And this is what we have. Let me get my bottle. A very fine bottle. And I do this. So when I'm done, I just do this.